Hello my friends. Ooh, I wanted to flip. Welcome to my channel, Owlets Tarot. I'm Jason. Thank you so much for joining me. This is going to be a general collective and kind of a love check-in at the end of the reading for the sign of Libra. My lovely Libras, my lovely leaders. I hope you're all doing really, really well. I hope if you celebrated that you had a nice holiday. Stay safe and healthy and doing things a bit different this month. I've meditated on your energy and grabbed 3 shamanic healing oracles representing the beginning of the month, the middle, and the end, kind of the wrap-up, or, month cycle, whenever you click on the video. Could be your story for next month, could be your story for last December's read, could be your read for this December. Did I have a read last December? I don't think so. I think I put my first video out on this channel back in March. February. Yeah. February or March. I'm a newbie. Not to tarot, but to YouTube. The 3 cards I got for you, though, my dear friends, keep in mind this is a general collective. The messages can't resonate with everyone. Take what resonates with you. Use your discernment. Leave the rest aside. If it doesn't resonate with you, this reading, check your moon and your rising signs. You might find something of value there, if you feel like it. Your first card out, representing the beginning of the month, we've got duality, followed by integration, which I love to see. And it concludes with new beginnings. So especially as we go into 2021, new beginnings. It's a nice card to see. It's a nice progression to see. Duality, then integration, and then new beginnings. The tarot I'm going to be using for you guys today is the Starman Tarot, hence my having to shuffle all funky. I also have to shuffle this before I even start filming because I have to split the pile in 2. And a beautiful deck. Love this deck. It's beautiful. There's so much to discern or to dissect from the artwork. But it's a pain in the fucking ass to shuffle. It just is. I mean, I've got fairly large hands. I play piano. I have a hell of a time shuffling this deck. But, alright. Let's get 2 cards, please, for duality. Alright, we got your first card out is the 7 of Cups in reverse. This certainly doesn't apply to everyone. I really do feel strongly that this is for one person. The 7 of Cups is representing addiction. And this duality is you fighting against it. And the integration, I feel, is integrating self-acceptance, integrating help from others, integrating love and hope, leading you to a new beginning, the life you deserve. I'm going to leave in the description a link to my other channel that I started before this channel. It's a channel called These Four Walls, and I go through my own personal recovery journey on that channel. So to whoever connects to what I just said, I encourage you to go and check that channel out. Because it wasn't an easy process. It wasn't always a perfect process. But I documented a lot of it in the hopes of helping others. Alright, can we please have another card for duality? The Queen of Swords. Alright, let's get 2 cards for integration. So we're going to take that top one because my hand was tingling. I knew this devil was going to be here. The ties that bind us to creature comforts that have a detrimental effect on us. Dependency. This is definitely someone struggling with addiction. Perhaps you know someone struggling with addiction. And if you are, in the life of an addict, it can be just as difficult, if not more so, than what the addict is going through. Because the addict often gets to numb, right? One more card. Just for those curious, I was addicted to some pretty hardcore drugs from the age of 18 to about 21. And then I kicked those habits for a couple years, and then due to some kidney issues and some back issues, I became hooked on painkillers, and that became a 13.5-year, 14-year addiction. I've now been clean for over 2 years. There were a couple relapses in those 2 years. One-day relapses, which I was honest about on the channel. And I don't subscribe to sobriety looking the way that, like AA or NA requires sobriety to look. I do smoke marijuana, and I am prescribed benzodiazepines and take them as needed and as I should. So I guess what I'm trying to say is there's no shame in admitting when you need help, admitting when you have a problem. There's also no shame in being addicted to one substance, finding your sobriety from that substance, and still maybe requiring something else to help with an inner anxiety that you suffer with, perhaps due to a trauma that's changed you on a neurological level. So there's no shame. I encourage you to check out my other channel and to reach out if you're struggling with addiction. Because I'm looking at this read and I just see that you need to give yourself some space to honor your own energy. This is where the transformation is going to come in with this duality, starting at the beginning of this cycle. It's the addiction for some. This could be addiction to many things, so I'm just going to refer to this read as addiction. Because it doesn't have to be drug addiction. Addiction to sex, to technology, addiction to something that's keeping you from making the decisions that are right in front of you. But you're at that point where your life has been altered by this vice or these vices, these crutches, and there's a lot of self-examination. There's a lot of kind of cracking down on yourself. I encourage you to be gentle with yourself. Baby steps. It's still progress forward. Under integration, bringing all of this together, right after this duality, at the beginning of the cycle. We've got the Two of Wands. So this is the potential to start something, to bring something together. That logic kind of making something click. And it really makes you examine exactly what it is that has you tied down, that's keeping you at a lower vibration, that's keeping you from your authentic self. There's a lot of, there's a strong need for self-examination and some self-reflection. One thing I do want to say is that in the process of getting clean, you want to treat yourself like a child. Be gentle on yourself. When you're freshly sober, that's the time that all of your regrets, all of the shit from the past comes flooding back, stuff you can't do anything about. And that's what you need to remember, is you need to exist in the here and now. You need to acknowledge that it takes a warrior's strength to look at yourself, want to change, and then begin to make that very difficult change. So even though you may be in a position while you're going through the early stages of detox from whatever it is that you feel very attached to, even if it's a person, be gentle on yourself, be proud of yourself. It's very hard in those early stages to be proud of yourself, but recognize the transformation. Recognize that it is you finally honoring your own energy. Recognize that this is all about obtaining this new beginning, this fresh start, this kind of welcoming back to your life. I do sense that you are being protected. We've got the Ace of Swords in reverse. Underneath new beginnings. So that's, in my opinion, a bit of that resistance, which is only natural. But your final card out is Judgment. And like I said, it's not healthy to sit in judgment of yourself. Addiction is a disease. You're more likely to struggle with addiction issues if you have parents who had addiction issues. It's got a lot to do with environment. Also, as we see on the news, it's got a lot to do with big pharma, and all the money that they had to pay out because, they were creating addicts. They were pushing painkillers and stuff for many years. And then suddenly they cracked down on these doctors that were getting bonuses for giving out the most painkillers. And suddenly the doctors were judging all the addicts coming in, trying to get the pills that they'd so suddenly been taken off from. And unfortunately, so many then turned to different drugs. Heroin in my area is bad. So yeah, it's sad. And this story, I feel like in many ways touches many of us because, like I said, we all know somebody in our life who has some issue with some addiction of some kind. At the bottom of the deck, the underscoring energy for this read, we have the Prince of Pentacles in reverse. So this is, if it's this way up, it's that very thought out, slow-moving, but very meticulous and aware. And there's not a lot of mistakes made because of the pace. The underscoring energy is that of someone who wants to instantly feel, the results of something. It's that desire for instant gratification that I'm feeling from this card tonight. And I remember that very clearly, That's something that many of us can experience, even like with yoga and meditation. These are not things that switch things immediately. It's not instant gratification. It's about putting in the work to start obtaining the benefits. And at the top of the read, we have the Two of Pentacles. That feeling of not being able to juggle anymore, needing to make this decision. Someone in your life needing to make this decision. Maybe you needing to step in and help in whatever way you can. It's very hard to help an addict, though, I will say that, until people admit that they need help. It's very hard to do anything. But this reading has a lot of optimism for whomever this is, because there is a new beginning here. From this duality, there is integration. there is logic, there is a new beginning. You can take this energy, it's not fixed, and break the ties that have you bound to the things that are no longer serving you. All right. I'm going to quickly pull one card for your energy and one card for the person occupying your mind or heart space. I'm sorry I don't have much time to go into a love read. I just felt this message was very important to deliver just thoroughly. Okay, I rang my bell. Bent the card too. Awesome. Alright, your energy. You got the Deer. Take note of the messages in whispers and secrets adrift on the breeze. So this is the energy of really listening to others. Listening to the meaning of the messages. It's very easy to get defensive when the messages are pointing out something that you like to keep more in shadow. But take note, okay? Because there's a lot of love in these messages being delivered. And the other energy is Panda. Enjoy the sanctuary of solitude to regain self-esteem and tranquility. So you may be experiencing someone who has kind of pulled back a bit. For some of you, this could just be someone that's a bit scared, or someone that just is a bit nomadic, a bit of a Sagittarius energy, kind of, you know, likes to experience and travel and but when I see to regain self-esteem and tranquility, what I really feel is that there's a relationship possibility here that you have either in your life now or in your upcoming energy, like really, really soon, that's being hindered currently or is going to be hindered, as are all relationships, by any sort of addiction. I feel like this is at the bottom of the deck is the Mouse Spirit. Be persistent and incisive, and all obstacles will be overcome. Okay, that's definitely for you. And when I say you, you know, could be the Cross Watcher, could be a message that you need to hear because, like I said, you know somebody close to you who's struggling with addiction. But there's definitely a way out here. And don't forget, in the description box will be a link to my other channel. Just, you know, scan through the videos, see if there's anything that you think might help you or whomever. Alright, the two cards that came out. We've got Elephant Spirit. Learn from the past. Learn from your own past. Learn from other people's past experiences. Don't wallow in the past. Don't regret the past. Don't waste time feeling guilty or ashamed about the past. Because that's just wasting more time. we're talking about taking things from this day forward, becoming a better person, learning from your mistakes, learning from the past, and remembering at all times that magic works through you, my dear Libra, my dear leaders. Who care so much about others and care so much about the relationships in their lives that, I wouldn't be surprised if there are some watching that, this message is resonating because of someone you know and are concerned about and care about in your own immediate circle. But that's about all I have to say on this. Be present, be self-aware, and then also the next card down, Frog Spirit, adapt and survive by accepting the inevitable and seizing potential. We're all so much stronger than we think. We all have untapped inner reservoirs of strength that, we're much stronger than we think. And I say this from experience, from conquering that demon. If I can do it, you can do it. I do not judge. I only care, and I only try to encourage. My email is down below. Feel free to reach out. All right. In the meantime, my dear Libras, I love you all. Thank you for watching. Take good care of yourselves. Take care of those around you like I know you always do. And I will see you back here very soon. All right? Bye, my friends.